sports, college football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the LSU Tigers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Makes the catch. It's Green. He gets those chains moving. Down to the 42-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
I can't say I've seen this strategy before, but they're showing punt on first down. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it.
What a break. I tell you what, the returner caught a huge break. That football getting on the deck with all that speed on the field, where he was able to go recover it.
This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it down the field. Off and running. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Send out the offense to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson. At the 35, he's loose. Into the secondary on the right. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just
gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. It's complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their second passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air. It's Levitt. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Tigers have this offense rolling. To the air on first down. The sure hands. It's Durham. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. You could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Worked his way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The give to Caden Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Dropping back, it's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Using his legs, it's Jackson.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Might as well stick with him. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Grabs it in the middle. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The run inside. It's Jackson. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run it. It's Jackson. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for room, it's Berry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. To throw, it's Levin. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. You've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. Runs through the tackle. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
They're going to ride this running back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Here's Sayin to throw. Got his man. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. Turning it on. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, the bad news on defense is you gave up a big completion. The good news, though, you showed great effort making a tackle and getting him down inside the 5-yard line. Effort does matter, and we'll see if they can hold the offense here to 3.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to pass, it's Levin. He lets one fly deep. Upstairs to make the catch. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk. And, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And that is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half.
Booster! Ready, go!
Saying. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And they tacked on the extra point.
LSU 14.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Rodgers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing, say it. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Dumps it off in the flats. Breaks into the open. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the Houston Cougars.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
And it's the Blue Devils in front against this heavyweight of an opponent today. It's early still, but this one has the potential to really shake up the rankings. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Say it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rodgers. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Smith. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Buckeyes come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
Ready, ready. 1, 2, 3. Step. Q. Return. Go.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Shoots it to the left. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
And this offense has done a good job coming out the gate strong. They've been really, really good. This is the type of play, man, you can give momentum back to the defense, swing it back to the other side if you're not careful with the football.
They're dealing with a second and long.
Go.
Sayin back to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
Oh, the D has to be feeling it now. See if they can get another sack on third down.
129. Ready, go.
Sayin from the gun on third down. He'll throw it. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to pass, it's Levin. He tries to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Sayin to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Touchdown, Ohio State. Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
The play-action fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Buckeye! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got a little space. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's a give to Durham. Maybe some room here. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rodgers. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now on the option. Pulls it on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And how about this defense, man? They just keep making plays. Another forced turnover and another touchdown. Man, they don't just scoop these fumbles up. They're scooping them up with the intent to score. Their second fumble return for a touchdown today.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. You got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's not afraid to go deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The offense changing the play. Say it. Bring in the heat. He's got him. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Ready. 18, ready. Sweep, sweep. Ready, go.
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Comes out to start this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He'll take the deep shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Goes high to pull it in.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this tight end is having a day. With that last catch, he's now got over 150 receiving yards.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Running inside. It's Durham. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He'll pull it down. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
LSU now operating in the red zone. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Floats it out in space. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Quickly complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside. side of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to...
Turning it on. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The sack makes it an even longer third down chance for this offense. Saying from the gun on third down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. He wants a big play here late. Pulls it in on the left. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Makes a move. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self. Kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it. Kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to throw, it's Levitt. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll move the tight end. Here's Durham one more time. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't work it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the clock, and get the W.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, say it. Got it behind the line. It's Rodgers. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the 1st down.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit